Hello, hello. How we all doing today? Hope we're doing good. Let me just finish doing this little setup here, like this. There we go. Hope you all been doing well. Hope you all been doing well. So I just kind of saw this today, and it got me really excited. I saw the Grand Blue Fantasy news. Big hype. Love Grand Blue. Easily one of my favorite fighting games to come out in the recent. If you in the come out in the come out in recent years. There we go. That's what I'm trying to say. Nothing else. And I wanted to just look at the trailer and give you not first reaction, but just a reaction. I want to kind of break down a few things I saw on it. It won't take too long. It'll probably be like 10-15 minutes, but let me just get hop right into that for right now. Pause. Let me set the playlist for Jump King, because we'll go right into Jump King after that. So let me do this. So this came out this morning, and this got me super excited. First off, I'm just so happy we have actual, like, Grand Blue news. Like, it's just so happy to get something for this, because it wasn't dead on arrival, but it got punched down really hard. Ah, it looks so interesting, dude. I need to see if like some of this stuff is like actually different, or if it's just kind of like, because I know that's different. Like that's completely different because there is canceling. Oh my god, dude, I'm so excited to see this. I hope this revitalizes Grand Blue, dude, because there was so like it's such a small community now. Like it's already niche community with like it being Grand Blue, and then being a fighting game, and so that makes it like even nicher. That makes sense. I'm just so excited to hopefully see this like give life back to it. I'm so happy it's getting rolled back too. Like that's so crazy that's actually getting rolled back and crossplay. I wasn't expecting it to get crossplay. I wonder if it's the same people who've been putting
Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising.
nice. Also, I'm surprised that's this year. I'm imagining it's probably going to be the end of this year if I had to guess. Maybe. Or at least near the end, like quarter two, quarter three. Just quickly look at like this like entire interaction here, right? So this here, well not, I skipped there. Like I don't know what that is. That 1080p settings. Let me put it down to like half. Because this to me immediately reminds me, because like she gets a far, I want to say that's her M, crouching M, and like she immediately cancels it into what I can only describe as a, I don't know the name, but it's from Street Fighter 6. It's the drive cancel, I think. It's like thing. It's a cancel. I want to say it's like a dash cancel. I might be, but like clearly she cancels in to get closer, and that's how she gets her entire setup. You have this, and that's also. I wonder if they're putting in a drive meter or something similar because, like, this is clearly a different effect here. And is that medium? Is that medium Tim's? Because he goes from a crouching heavy straight into that. Let me also put some background music because it's just dead silence. Let me. Like, you see what I mean? Like, it's just straight from that into this, and then into a new Rekka. Not Rekka, but like a new command normal. That OTGs, by the way, or not OTGs, but ground bounces into his Shoryu that has a new finisher. I don't think there's anything here. Unless, like, I didn't play her enough, Vegeta enough to know if, like, because I think that might be a new kind of normal. Because I'm wondering why that effect is there. Because I'm wondering if it's like you can cancel normals into specials now. Because that would be crazy if you can. That'd be so cool. I think that's everything from this, besides just like, actually here. Because now she has, I'm wondering if this is her EX moves now, you know? Because she never had her Knight as like her kind of stand before, but now it clearly is a kind of different move that makes it bigger and stronger. Plus, actually, there's a little more I want to talk about. Also, Pog for this, dude. Getting rollback, that's crazy. I was hanging out in the Twitch, the official Grand Blue discussion post, and there are these things I want to see. I think it was in the chat. Maybe it wasn't, and I'm crazy. Maybe it wasn't, and I'm crazy. I saw clips, and I saw that Katarina has a new fireball, and I was like, that's crazy. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's not here. I'm crazy. Leak, was it? I can't find it anymore. Sag. Anyways. Yeah, no, that's just all I wanted to see. That's kind of cool. That's awesome. I was super excited for that. So let me hop into Jump King now. That's pretty much all there was. As of right now. I think that was the only thing of note. Like, I saw these two little clips. I can't find them anymore because, of course, I can't find them. But it was just like Katarina threw her normal ice fireball, and then I think she did an empowered one where she had the Knight's blade just go forward in front of her. It wasn't a fireball because it didn't travel a lot, but it was like it took a chunk of space in front of her. Kind of like not Narmaya Slash. I'm trying to think. What's the other closest thing to it? Ah yes, now hear the amazing Jump King. Give it some time. Aha! I'm opening up all the things here, and then it should pop up. It's not popping up. Why are you not popping up? Let me close this. Why is this not doing the thing it's supposed to do? Let me continue really quickly. Because usually that's all it takes. There it is, Jump King. That's the wrong Jump King one. There it is, Jump King. Now look at all the code for the crows. Okay. Let me also do this. And then let me bring it up a little bit. Kind of like that. There we go. Okay. I'm so excited, dude. It makes me really want to get back into Grand Blue. Because I really enjoyed it. It's just difficult to find matches on PC for me right now. I know there's the matchmaking, Whoa. I see. Okay, I'm here now. Okay. Other direction? Other direction. And then we gotta go. Whoa. I think this is like... Yeah. Is that full I want to say it's not a full. But I don't know. How high is a full? Maybe it's like 3? It is. Nice. I overshot it. Okay. At least it's like that. Whoa. And then... Yeah. Okay. It's coming back to me. Fear not. Ah! Okay. I'm back here again. That's fine. That's not too much progress loss. I think one of the big reasons I really like Grand Blue was... I know it's like super constraining, but the cooldown system that it has... Like, I know it's a super constraining mechanic because it doesn't let you just go crazy. You have to put resources, but I like that because, you know, I think everyone can agree that they're not the biggest fan of, like, people who spam 1 or 2 moves. Not in the same sense like as how a zoner does it, where it's like, yeah, they're using their fireballs to keep you out. It's more of in the sense it's like this guy's just spamming. Let's take, for example... Oh no, I messed up the jump. Oh, balls. Pain. Let's take... Nago. Nah, Nago doesn't have any bad moves, or have spammable moves. Well, I guess it does if you just... Let's say like someone's spamming Nago Blades in Strive, right? It's not fun to play against. He's just doing the same thing, and it's just irritating if anything. Because like they're just doing that. Oh, I messed it up. Oh no. Since I'm here... Well, I was gonna try and go for whatever the Raven has in its mouth, but I guess I can't. Woohoo! Jump King! Ah! Fun! Have to see the sewer sometimes, I guess. Question is, can I... Uh-oh. Okay. Question is, can I make it back to where I was in, like, an hour? Because this is gonna be, like, a super... Not a super short one, like, where it's, like, only half an hour or something. It's gonna be, like, an hour, probably. Because I have my first day of classes tomorrow, and I want to make sure that I do everything I need to for class, since my professor's like, hey, you have readings to do. Ahaha. We're not going to discuss the syllabus in class or anything, I guess. We're just going to go straight into readings as if this was a normal thing. Which is fine, you know? But I hope he does actually take time to, like, go through the syllabus and be like, yeah, here's the things you need to do. Can I... Oh, that works too. Pop. Yeah. Oi. Okay. Huzzah. There we go. Up. And we're back to Bargensburg. The bane of my existence. I spent so much time here. Oh, come on. Pixels, man. These pixels gotta be so precise. Ooh. And then here. There we go. At least I'm pretty much have this section like down to a T. As I say that, I mess it up immediately. But I have it, like I said, down to an L, a V. Please. Nice. 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 On. Oh, come on. Like, it's to me, it's like so irritating seeing him just go, nah, fam. Slip out. Like, he's over and it just, like, some kind of gravitational force is like, no. What? Oh, please. Yeah. What? Papa. What song is this? Is it that? It's not. This is a different song. Unfortunate that my is the thing crashed again? No, 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 no. Right? This isn't. Let's play track pop-up side by side performance and commission. Yeah. I guess it's a bit behind, which is unfortunate. Yeah, it's just a bit behind, which is unfortunate. You'll still get the song, but I'll have to see if I can find a better way to do it. I wasn't far enough. Hi. It's been so long since I've done that jump. Back to cages. Quick, random topic. Go! So I saw Maximilian Dude's very objective top 20 fighting games of all time. And it got me thinking about what are my personal favorite fighting games and how I would rank them. And I'm wondering if I should do that for a stream. Or just rank fighting games in general, because I haven't played a lot, but I've seen a lot. I think that's just because I grew up watching like Friday Night Fisticuffs and Saturday Morning Scrub Lords from the Super Best Friends. First time I've done that in a while. So like I kind of just was like, yeah, that was like essentially my like Saturday morning cartoons. I would just put that on in the morning and I would watch it. But I don't know if I definitely am not in any kind of power to rate like objectively as he did, where he's like, these are the games that had a huge impact on the fighting game sphere. Which is why he had like KOF, Vampire Saviors, Street Fighter of course, Tekken, MK, KI. I think he had like, he had Virtua Fighter on there too. That got me thinking of like, if I ever do a tier listing, what would I want to do it on? And like the first thing that came to my mind was like rating League characters on like solely their appearance or slash like lore from what I've gathered. Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't know I know like 60% of the roster, I want to say. And then half of them are just like, I just look at them in base value and go, okay, cool. Like Akshan, I'm like, I don't know who this dude is. He's just this tuxedo man with whip gun. Yeah. But then you ask me like, oh, what do you know about Braum? And I just go, Braum is the nicest man in the universe. You cannot tell me otherwise. It's not like, I think I'd like to do like character designs for like League, and then as well, oh my god, what's going on here? League, and then maybe like fighting games like Street Fighter, Tekken. You could do KOF, but I wouldn't know too much besides just like the face value of their character design. Unless I do like fashion, since for some reason everyone in KOF dresses like a fashionista on the runway, which is fair. It's just a little confusing of like, I'm gonna go to this fighting tournament, time to wear my best fit. But I get it, you gotta swag on them in any way you can. But then I couldn't do. I was thinking like, oh, I could also do Persona Arena, and I was like, no, I'd be biased and go, this is the best character. Why? Because they have a cool hat, and not because I totally romanced them. That's too much. Okay. Puts me here. Okay. Puts me there. Okay, puts me here. Alrighty. Nice. It takes me literally like 10 minutes to just delete all of my progress. Fun. As I slowly descend into madness. Tekken, Street. I'm trying to think about like other. Guilty. I could do Guilty Gear, and like, I realize I could probably do like any game if I'm talking about like character design at face value, just because I'm like, this is cool or this is not cool. Yeah. I think that'd be fun for me to do. Plus, I get to talk about my favorite thing in the world, which is like storytelling through character design and whatnot. Cause I just like storytelling in general. It's so much fun. That's probably why I'm such a big fan of like. I don't know if you guys heard, but Super Eye Patch Wolf is doing this cool thing where he's using merchandise to tell a story, like literal clothing. I just think that's the coolest in the world. Like that's such an interesting idea that like I've rarely seen, if not at all. But that just like kind of opens the avenue to, yeah, we could totally do something like this. People can go out there and be like, just wear a story on your body. I mean, you're already doing it with your fashion sense and whatnot. You're telling your story. Why not tell a book? Why not tell like a fiction story like that? Shout out to him. If you're not, go sub and follow to him. He's a great man. I overshot it again. Yeah. Yep. Balls. There we go. What other? I think the only other like super interesting way of telling a story besides like not basic, but like the usual mediums of like visual and or like literature is music, and not in the sense of like MGS or is it MGR? MGR, where it's telling the character's backstory just through a song, but using a whole album to do so in like a different way. Like I think I had the previous idea where it's like, what if I had a whole album of bard tales to discuss the story of the greatest pirates in the world? Now that becomes something terrifying and creepy if I was like, what if I did that one thing that some horror stuff does where they go, here's this distorted noise that is secretly makes an image, and I was like, nope, I'm probably gonna freak people out doing that. I have never done that before though. Oh, thank God, I didn't want to bonk and go back down to cages. I was gonna be so sad. Yep. I guess other things I could do like tier list for is I'd love to do an RPG / JRPG tier list because I played / seen a lot of them. And I think it'd be fun to rate them on like because it's gonna be personal preferences, of course, you know, because like it's me making this. I'm gonna be super biased and whatnot. Kingdom Hearts. Best one, yes. That's just because I grew up with it. But I could do that. You know what I could do? I could just rate every shonen protagonist on how loud they scream. That'd be fun. I'd do that. I bonked my head. Oh, thank goodness. I could do... Ooh, I could do... soundtracks, which are the best soundtracks. No, I'd probably just end up linking them into genres. Aw, balls. That's the first time I've overshot that. We're having a lot of first here today. Big happy. Yeah. Oh, oh please. Here we go. trying to think of like what else did I do a lot of that I could probably influence with enough, not influence, but like take a good stab at. Eh, that's not too much. I could actually like do besides those, unless I wanted to get like really just bare bones, like I am basing this solely off of one thing. Well, I guess I could do something like, well, no, because I haven't played. I would have to play every. I was gonna say like basing which fighting games are like the easiest to hardest to get into. And I was like, it's a 50-50 on if I could do that or not, because one, I would have to not only play them but then see how it is to get into it, because there's like two levels. There's like two things that you need to get into a fighting game. You need one, like a pretty, like not a easy fighting game, but a easy to pick up, hard to master fighting game, and then you need a good community, i.e. a big or somewhat big community that is constantly playing it. That way you have people to go up against that aren't just, I guess you need a good flow of people coming into community is better. Not, you do need a good community, but if you have a good flow of people coming in, that makes it easier to get into one. Like for example, take Third Strike, right? It's super difficult to get into on a mechanics level because you have to learn a lot. You have to learn, okay, these are the moves with like this, and this. You have to learn, this is what I should be doing in neutral. That you have to learn your character's moveset. You have to pick up on like the combos that you need to do and whatnot, you know? And like, oh, this super is good in this situation against this character. You have to learn matchups and stuff and whatnot. But then you also have to deal with getting into the game on a player versus player stance. That's correct, I think. Where it's like, okay, I have to do this, and this just to start playing it online with people. And then once you get online, you have to realize everyone has been playing this game for so long that they have it pretty much in the bag and they know what they're doing with their characters. So that's an obstacle. But one of the things that helps you ease is that there are a lot of new people getting into, well, no. There's a good chunk of people who are constantly like dipping their toes into it, so there's there's a good chance you might get into it. You might get a newbie. But for the most part, you're probably just going to get a guy, or you're going to get someone who's been playing it for a really long time and like understands the game to like a fundamental level just because of how long it's been around. You know, like that's why you need a fighting game needs to have like player retention and also something for new players to hop into. Oh my god, I almost bonked off. It's kind of why games like it's like why Smash probably has like a super large player base, because it's, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Why did I do that? I just want to walk off, but I decided to jump because I was like, I could save time. It's probably why like Smash Melee is also like super difficult to get into because of both. But it still has a big enough community that you can kind of ease your way in somewhat. Like you'll still meet new players and whatnot. But then you can take something like KOF 98, which is difficult in both. Because one, it's, you know, you have to get used to the tag system, not the tag system, but you gotta get used to like learning 3 characters and meter management and whatnot, and like what character is best for what position. And then on top of that, you just have pretty much people who've been playing it for a while now. Like there's gonna very rarely be new players hopping into that, unless there's like it's for free or something. But if you go into KOF 15 or Guilty Gear Strive, it's much easier because KOF 15 has a newer player base of people playing because it's the newest one, as well as it's kind of made it easier to get into, like, I don't know if it actually is. I guess with Guilty Gear for sure. Like, Guilty Gear eased in by toning all the characters down, which a lot of people really didn't like. But I understand for trying to bring, but I get why they did it, for trying to bring it back into like the public's eye. They wanted it to be really easy to pick up, but hard to master, which it is essentially. Like, it does hit that right blend of the characters don't have these crazy move lists with these crazy, like, oh, I have this meter that you have to manage, and also this other meter, and as well as the risk levels and your stun meter. On top of that, you also have to manage in case you guys hit the same move and we get into danger time. Because that's what Xrd and Rev 2 was, where it's like you had, take like Sin from Rev 2 slash Xrd, I'm just gonna call it Rev 2, from Rev 2, where he had the food meter deal with, where he couldn't do specials if his hunger bar was too low. They took that out in Strive to just, oh god, to just replace it with a similar, like, he still has meter management, but it's much easier because you don't have to refill it on your own using a command. I think it was like halfback kick was his eat food thing. You could just wait and it will come back naturally. I like stuff like that, or like how Baikin lost her dash mechanic from Rev 2, where her entire game plan revolved around that dash forward into everything she had, as well as like her tatami and her, technically she had like the, I think it's called kapari, where it's like she throws out her hook arm. It's just that it was only one, and it okay, it didn't have the other form. I'm trying to think if there's anyone else they changed heavily. Oh, Testament. Testament is completely different in Plus R, where Testament you had to deal with these invisible traps that they would set up. Oh no. Like, you had that to deal with, or how, I think Bridget's kind of the same, isn't she? I don't think Bridget had I didn't play enough Bridget in Plus R to know if she was changed heavily. Or he, she, they? Them. I didn't play enough to actually know that, but I'm trying to think who else made it into made it from Xrd. Baikin. Or take Jacko, where she has like a toned down version of her minions, because in I'm sorry, let me put this down like there. Like in Xrd, she would put down this little house that would constantly be spawning minions, and you had 3. You had punch, kick, slash, I think. I don't think there was a heavy slash one. Or maybe you had punch, slash, heavy slash. I think there was 3, because you had ground and air, or maybe there was just 2. To which you had, like, if you go and look at like her combos for that game, they're crazy because they have you like minion canceling stuff. But like, she's way toned down, where it's like she just spawns a minion and throws it at you. Because like, they had health bars, they had level ups. You would essentially playing a tower defense where she would put down all of her little houses and she'd be like, well, now you're playing mushroom defense against her. And they were constantly leveling up, and they would stay. They weren't like in relation to her, they would just stay. Oh, I overshot it. Wherever she put them, so she could end up doing cross-ups where she just have like 2 of them float at you from one side, she'd be on the other one and force you to block high-low. I'm trying to think who else had like crazy, because everyone pretty much had something crazy in XR'd. I think the only person who came out like more complex was, I wouldn't say he's more complex. I was gonna say Leo, but I don't think he's more complex. I think he's just has a different set of moves, because I remember seeing the trailer and going, oh yeah, backstands, and then they said, okay, hear me out, give him a grab from backstands, and I was like, what? No. His whole point of his thing was he tries to rush you down and then you wait for that chance and then you just hit him, and or you grab him or something, and then they gave him a command grab. I think that was also the thing in like Street Fighter. No, maybe. I don't know for Street Fighter 5. I didn't play enough of it for long enough to know if they like changed players' moves from 4 to 5, or characters' moves, excuse me, from 4 to 5. I think they did, right? I think they did. I remember specifically playing Jury in 5 and going and feeling weird with the whole having to, you know, essentially do her quarter forward and then a button, a kick, to get her different moves. Because I'm pretty sure that wasn't the way it was in 4. Because I remember, I didn't play Jury in 4, but I know my cousin did. And I remember he would do the multi-level fireball, which he doesn't have in... No, she does, it's EX, isn't it? I think it's EX. I think it's EX in 5, but like she had it in 4 where she would throw 2 low fireballs. It would go low fireball, high fireball, low fireball. I think that was just like heavy or something. No, oh my god. I'm trying to think. I don't have a lot of knowledge with the Street Fighter series as I would want, because I never... It was the weird thing where when I was young and that Street Fighter 4 was big and out, I was too young to comprehend the move list. As in, I didn't understand how to do like a quarter circle, I didn't understand how to do a half circle, and I didn't even know what a short U motion input was. I would just see the Z and I would go, what? And I would try to do the big Z, because for the longest time I thought you had to go... My brain couldn't comprehend that it was just like forward, down, forward. I thought you had to go forward, down, back, forward. So I would do like that big just like Z motion, because like, it's a Z, you gotta go ha ha ha. So I'd be doing that and I would just not understand that you needed to cut that in half to get arguably most characters' best get off me option. There we go, okay. So that's why I probably didn't play 4 as much as I wanted to. Besides the fact that at that time, the people who I were playing against were my older cousin and my uncle, who both had a lot of experience with Street Fighter at that point. Like, I think I was pretty much playing against Jury and Cammy. We're both like, I wouldn't say Jury's a rushdown, but I think she had the ability to do it. But I know Cammy was like super just in your face, rush down, get wrecked kid to the moon. There we go, we're back, let's go. We're not back all the way, but we're back to where we fell again last time. There we go. Okay. Too much. Too much. Not almost too much. Not enough. Why did it not... I did too much there now. Okay. Up. Yeah. Wee. Away. What else? Maybe I could do an Overwatch. But then I would end up doing like skins, because the base Overwatch designs aren't like anything to sneeze at because they're essentially trying to be kept realistic. You know, like yeah, it's this cool science fiction world, but they try to keep it as within the realm of science as possible while going a little crazy with it. But you don't have like anything overly fantastical in the sense of like fantasy, you know? I mean, sure, you have Moiras who heal sometimes, haha. But other than that, like, everything's kept within the realm of like possibility. Oh, I bonked my head. I did it again. No, I couldn't. I would start an actual war if I tried to rate Fire Emblem characters. What else could I do? I have to think. I guess the last resort would be just doing a tier list on just like all the games I played and just rating them, what I think about them. Then I might as well just have like essentially like a mal list for that. I should have fell there. Really? Now I'm too. There we go. I think before I do. I've never had that happen before. I want to definitely get more JRPGs under my belt before I do the RPG/JRPG list. Like, I want to get at least one run of Disco Elysium in. For sure, and I want to play through Witcher and finish Cyberpunk, maybe before I do that. I was like in, man. I felt it in my bones. It was in. Other than that, I think that's pretty much all the tier lists I could do, unless I wanted to do like, I could do books I read. Like, well, no, because I don't think I actually read. I read a lot of books, but I don't think I read a lot of different series, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, I read a lot of books, but I could just say I read like all of the freaking Magic Treehouse series. You know, I could just say something like that, or how I read all of the Percy Jackson and Olympian novels, or Harry Potter, because everyone read Harry Potter. I don't think I actually read Hunger Games. Hunger Games was just too. Well, maybe if I go back now, it'll be different. But I think when I tried to read it, it was just so slow in the world building that I was just like uninterested. Like, it took extra effect to like put everything in to the point that it was killing the pace. Of course, I could be remembering it like super wrong, but I'm pretty sure like there's a scene in the beginning that takes like a full page of just how Katniss is talking about how much she hates the cat that they have. Like, when you compare it to the movie where it's just she looks at the cat and goes like, I'll skin you alive and eat you. And when in the book she constantly is talking about like how it takes her kills and whatnot, and it takes the food she brings home and all of this stuff as it just sits there and she's just staring at it. Just kind of like, eh. I was just uninterested from the time. I think I read Maze Runner, but I think I read just Maze Runner. I didn't actually make it to Scorched Tiles or Death Cure, or the other two that I don't even know what the names are because I, didn't get that far. I read more recent novels. Like, I read through the whole Abhorsen? Abhorsen? I read through that, and that was good. I like that. It's a good dark fantasy novel if you want that. Essentially, it follows a line of necromancers. Yes, a line of necromancers. Known as, they're not called necromancers. Oh my god, what is it? What are they called? I'm forgetting. I think they're called Abhorsen. No, they're not called that. Or maybe they are. I read it a couple years back is the thing, and my memory is utter garbage when it comes to stuff like this. And that's the thing, because like I really liked, well, I liked the first book, which is Sabriel? Because I know Abhorsen is the third book. Give me a second. Give me a second. Abhorsen trilogy. What's the first one? The first one is... Yeah, no, the first one is... The first one's Sabriel, I'm pretty sure. Because it's Sabriel, Lyrael, and then Abhorsen, I'm pretty sure. I remember... God, dude, like, I remember literally reading through Lyrael and hating it because when you compare it to the first one, it's not the author's fault. Like, Nyx did a great thing with it. It was just the characters I could not stand because you had, when you compare Sabriel to Lyrael, Sabriel's like, oh, I gotta do this. Okay, time to, you know, just go and do it, I guess. It's only me. If I don't do this, the world is gonna die. And then Lyrael's entire response to the same thing is, oh no, oh god, no, 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 no. Proceed to not do it and just sit here and freak out about having to do it. Like, it's definitely a change of pace, but like I said, it's not his fault. It's just how the character was like, is supposed to be. Like, I understand why she's supposed to be like that and like how she has that fear and whatnot, but it was just so kind of irritating to see her like grow and then like, okay, cool, can you do this now? And she's like, no, I can't. I refuse to. And it's like, cool, great, awesome. 10 out of 10, would read again. I think there was like another section that it focused on a different character. I think it focused on like a knight who was also like skimping out on his duties, I think. And that was also hard to read through because it's like where she's like scared to do it and eventually she does overcome it. He's just like, I don't want to do it. I don't care for it. Or maybe I'm trying to think. Because I know there was definitely a character who was like, I have these responsibilities, and they're just like, I don't want to do it. Why? I just don't want to do it. It's not for me. And I'm like, my guy, come on. It doesn't matter if it's for you now. You need to do it. No, if I remember correctly, it wasn't Lyrael. I think Lyrael had something different where she was just kind of like spooked of everything, and I was like, that's fine. But it was the other character that they bring in where he's just like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it because it's too much. That just kind of like put me off because I was like, bro, what the hell is this? Turret wife Saren. What? Anyways. Yeah. Hapa daba. Oh no. Okay. Hey, yeah. Probably go for 10 more minutes, yeah. I don't want to... Like I said, I want to finish up everything I need to do for class tomorrow, so I'll start talking about what I'm doing for next stream. I'll just try and get back to where I was. It's going to be unfortunate that in 50 minutes all I did was negative progress. I might not even make it back to where I was. Oh boy. So I don't know how my streaming schedule is going to be with classes because I have a weird afternoon schedule where like Monday, Wednesday I'm going to be getting out at like 4:30, and considering the drive back is probably like a half hour, so I'll be getting back to my place at 5. You know? I guess I could. I'd have 2 hours to prepare for stream, so maybe I could still stream. But if it does get to be too much with classwork and whatnot, I might end up just streaming on Tuesday, Thursday, Friday because Tuesday, Thursdays I'm pretty much done at 2, and if I need to finish stuff, I can simply take time to do it, and then I still have like a whole chunk of time to prepare for stream and whatnot. So probably do something like that. I mean, worst comes to worst, I can probably just record videos and do something like that. If I can't consistently stream, I can stream when I can, and then I can make gameplay videos. Oh, ooh, come on. You could have given that to me. I heard him. He, like, made the bonk sound of him hitting something. Okay. 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 Here we go. So I'm just gonna get back to where hopefully I was. If not, I'll get back to the two, the two, pole jumps. And then I'll just call it here for today. Like I said, it's just gonna be a short stream because I want to get ready for class tomorrow. Wish me luck with that, by the way. I'll have definitely more stuff to talk about because I have a lot of literature classes. For example, I had to read the book of Genesis, which is a part of the Bible. So that was an interesting read. Quite confused as why there are whole chapters dedicated to here is this character, here is this person's lineage. I have to make sure I don't say character because that's gonna not be good. But here's this person's whole lineage. That's the chapter. Like it just says, oh yes, here is Abraham. He was 107 when he had his son Nathaniel. I don't remember the names, and they are also super difficult for me to pronounce. You know, like it's stuff like that. I'm just like, why though? Okay. Yeah, I can get back to polls. Excuse me. Huzzah, polls. Okay. Huzzah, there go polls. Huzzah, polls. Alright. Nope. Yes. No. Yeah, I'll just get back to polls and I'll call it here. Sorry for the small stream, but like I said, I want to make sure. Oh boy. Okay, good. I just want to make sure I'm ready for classes tomorrow. So, for sure the next time I do stream, I don't know when it will be. Like I said, I'm going to try it this week with early cast as a Monday, Wednesday, Friday streaming schedule. Because Friday for sure I can stream because I just have one class in the morning at like 8 in the morning, so I know I can stream. Because it doesn't end till like 10, so I have all day to basically work on class stuff and whatnot. But other than that, I don't really know. So we'll try Monday, Wednesday, Friday these 2 weeks. So then that means tomorrow I should be able to stream. I'll say Amori probably, because Amori is really simple and comforting for me. Like it's just a nice comfy RPG, so I don't have to worry too much about anything really. I'm gonna call it there. I just walked off and lost that progress. I don't want to have to try and do these jumps again, man, because I can make more. Anyways, thank you guys for coming by. Big appreciate it. A goodbye. A big goodbyes. So like I said really quick before I goodbye for sure. Tomorrow. Amori. I want to do a Tekken stream, which will probably be Friday. I think it'll be this upcoming Friday. I'll probably do Amori, maybe Project Wingman or more Amori, depending on how Amori goes. And then on Friday we'll do Tekken. And then weekend we'll see where it goes from there. We'll see where it goes. Anyways, thank you guys so much for coming by. I do appreciate it. Bye bye.